In this training, I'm going to show you how to create a personal task inside of the My Work section of SmartSuite and actually assign it to a particular solution in a way that's a little bit different than you might have previously considered. So if that's of interest, stick around and let's get into it. Here we're going to be creating a task inside of My Work, but note that this is different from a normal task inside of SmartSuite. Typically, when a task is assigned or created on our behalf, it will be following a certain formula. It may have a priority and it may have a due date, but it will also have a status that tracks where it is in the process of that particular task until it reaches its point of completion. Well, in this particular case, we're going to build a personal task, and it's not actually going to show up the same way that those other tasks or assignments do inside of SmartSuite. So let's check it out. We're going to start by clicking on My Work at the top of our SmartSuite account. Inside of here, we have the ability in the upper right corner of the My Work section to add a new task. Inside of this, the assignee defaults to us because this is a personal task. I can give it a name. I'll just call this personal task, and a description if you'd like. In this case, it's optional. Now we can also assign a due date. Again, remember, a due date is optional here. Priority, if you'd like, again, optional. And we can also choose to add it to a solution. We don't have to do this. Please note that adding it to a solution is also an optional choice, but it might give us some fun functionality. So let's check it out. I'll pick a solution here and assign it to product management. So this particular task now is entirely personal. In no way will it be created in the solution itself. No one else will ever see this task. It simply lives in my personal My Work section as a personal task. I will add the task to finalize everything I just created. Now this task exists here inside of My Work, just as my other tasks did. But you'll notice that because I added it to a solution, it's showing up here as assigned to the product management solution, even though nothing inside of the product management solution has any indication that this task exists. If I were to click on this particular task, it doesn't open a record inside of the solution as the other different tasks do. Instead, it just opens this nice window that says My Tasks. And again, it's showing me the details of that particular task, which of course I can edit if I'd like. I can add a due date. Oh, that now is overdue. I can set a priority if I'd like, and then save it. So I have full control over this task just as I do any other task in SmartSuite, with the exception of the fact that it exists nowhere else other than inside of my personal task list. Now, the reason I might assign it to a solution, if I'd like to, is if I want to group by solution. And so here I'm able to group my different work assignments to my solutions, and I see that my personal task that I just created is going to show up in that particular grouping. So a great feature for you if you're creating your own personal tasks is to utilize this process. If you have any questions about what we covered in this training, please ask them below in the comments section of this video. And until then, we'll see you in the next training.